morning, Jeff. Jenkins, light some candles.
Yes, sir.
Jane, are you all right?
Yes, I think so.
Jeff, take a look at it.
Hey, the next time you have to throw me out of the way, my friend, don't be so rough about it, will you?
I'm sorry, Jane. I just had to get you out of the way. Are you all right?
Mm-hmm.
He'll never hang.
Jeff, you better get ready to welcome the returning delegates.
Oh, Mr. Holt, I'm so sorry about all that's happened. Now you see why I had to call you.
It's all right, Jenkins. It wasn't your fault. Did you ever see any of those men before?
Yes, sir, that one. He was a friend of Mr. Coletti.
Coletti's?
Yes, sir. He came here with Mr. Coletti a few days ago. He was driving Mr. Coletti's car.
What day was that?
Well, that was the day before poor Mr. Snowden passed on, sir. I remember distinctly because that was the day Mr. Snowden gave Mr. Coletti the knife.
A knife?
Yes, sir, a dagger. Mr. Coletti had admired it very much.
What time of day was Coletti here?
Well, about noon, sir.
About noon. Could you describe that dagger?
But everything points to Coletti, Bill. First, he threatened Muriel that he'd be back.
Yes.
Second, you find his carnation in Snowden's room.
Correction. Jeff found it.
You detectives. Third, you learn the dagger had been given him by Snowden that same day.
And the best part of it is he tried to bump you off.
So did Reuben Marshall. Laugh that off. And don't overlook the little matter of Marshall burying that scabbard in the bottle of hyacinth.
Yes, that's right.
That hyacinth played an important part in those murders, at least in that of Muriel's. And Coletti didn't have a chance to slip that to her.
What is the effect of hyacinth?
Well, dilates the pupils of the eyes, causes sudden weariness, and a desire for sleep.
That describes Muriel exactly after she came in from the porch with Snowden.
I'll be polite and concede you one murder for Coletti.
Thank you. But why not both?
Say, this old bird must have been the champion athlete of the barnyard. He's tough but good. I don't know how to get my teeth into him.
Oh, you're just getting old, that's all. That chicken was killed fresh 3 hours ago.
That's the trouble. It should have been fried immediately before rigor mortis set in. Rigor mortis? The rigidness of death. Well, what a fool I've been. What a cluck. What a sap.
That's what I've been trying to tell you all these years.
Oh, Jeff, go to the back door and call Simpson. Have him come over here as fast as he can.
Yes, sir.
Just what might you be driving at?
You'll see when I get a whack at Simpson.
Oh, don't tell me you would try to put the blame on poor old Simpson. Why, he's no murderer.
Well, don't forget, he killed Harry Randall.
Well, that was an accident. Bill, you're impossible.
No, I wouldn't go so far as to say that. I am highly improbable. I'll admit I was in the dark. But thanks to Jeff's tough chicken, I've seen the light. By the way, Jane, Reuben Marshall has considerable political power in this community, hasn't he?
Yes, why?
So much so that he might be able to influence certain police officials?
I should think so.
Mm-hmm. That ties everything up beautifully.
What has this to do with Simpson, though? Gosh, that poor old fellow will probably be too frightened to talk.
Not Simpson.
Here he is, Bill.
Oh, hello, Simpson. It's nothing serious. I just want to ask a few questions. Tell me, was Coletti at the Randalls during the day before the murders?
Yes, sir. He came to deliver champagne for the party.
What time of day?
Oh, about half after 12, I should say, sir.
Mm-hmm. He left Snowden's at noon, so he must have gone to your place next.
Yes, sir. I recall his saying he had just come from there.
Was he wearing a topcoat?
Yes, sir. He hung it on a nail in the kitchen at the top of the cellar stairs. He had to arrange some wine in the cellar.
Oh, I see. Then anyone who came in the kitchen could have seen it.
Oh, yes, sir.
Tell me, when Mrs. Randall was saying goodnight to Muriel, how close were you to the door?
Oh, rather close, sir.
Do you still remember the conversation?
Oh, yes, sir. Mrs. Randall said, good night, dear. You'll feel better in the morning. Then she said, here, Simpson. He's come to...
Never mind that part. What next?
She said, oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Now repeat what Muriel said.
Oh, I'm afraid I can't, sir. I couldn't hear what she said.
Tell me, is the Randall family at home?
Why, yes, sir.
Well, tell them to come over here at once. Tell them I have a surprise for them.
A surprise? Oh, yes, sir.
You and your surprises.
Say, when he gets that look in his eyes, something's going to pop. Maybe he solved the crime already.
There's no maybe about it, Jeff. I have. Thanks to that tough chicken of yours.
Then I must be some good in the world after all.
That chicken showed me that Muriel was dead at least 3 hours before Snowden. Something I should have noticed immediately.
How do you know that?
Because when we examined Snowden's body, it was limp. But the doctor had difficulty in getting the rings from Muriel's fingers because her body was rigid.
Clever, these boy detectives.
Now, I know there were 2 murderers.
Then Coletti killed Muriel, of course. But who murdered Snowden?
No, you're wrong, Jane. Coletti killed Snowden, not Muriel.
Oh, that don't make sense, Bill.
Such crimes usually don't.
Will you stop torturing us? Tell us what happened.
Well, Muriel told me that she had something Coletti wanted back. And I heard him threaten to return for it. Whatever it was, he came back and stole it. But Muriel was already dead.
Why, then she was dead when I was in her room. Oh.
Well, Snowden surprised Coletti in Muriel's room and recognized the knife which had killed her as the one he had given Coletti that morning.
This is getting better and better.
Snowden accused Coletti of killing her. Naturally, Coletti was in the spot. And when Snowden ran into the hall to give the alarm, Coletti followed him, struck him on the head, and then dragged him back into his own room, where we found you, Jane.
But why didn't he take the dagger with him?
Because Coletti hoped it would pin Muriel's murder on Snowden. That's why he planted it near the body.
The boy could be right.
How about Muriel?
Muriel was dead before I left the party, a little after 12.
Oh, that's impossible. She talked with Anne just a moment before you left. Simpson heard them.
Simpson heard Anne, not Muriel. That was a trick. Muriel was dead.
Are you saying that Anne?
It was Anne who took the dagger out of Coletti's pocket and put the hyacinth in Muriel's coffee.
Oh, Bill, I can't believe it. Why, Anne is my friend, one of my very best friends. She's too good, too kind. And she's been a fine mother.
Yes, it's pretty bad.
Why would she do it? She loved Muriel.
Do you think she could really love a woman who had ruined her son Harry's life and was about to do the same to her other boy?
There they are now.
Oh, Jeff. Prepare some drinks. When I tell you to serve them, bring them through the library.
I get you.
Bill, you won't be cruel, will you?